Hi students, good morning. In previous session we are discussed about bank concept and functions of commercial banks. Okay, in this session we are going to discuss about central bank or RBI. Okay, so first of all, what is a central bank? So central bank is a most powerful economic institution of country. So in the world, each and every country maintain central bank because of it is most powerful economic institution. Because of each and every country economic situation crucial part in the world. So most powerful economic institution of country, that is the first thing. Then second one, so the activities are recorded essential for proper functioning of the government. So it is a one of the government functioning with proper way. So the commercial banks or activities are recorded essential for proper functioning of the government. So then next one, it occupy important place in the monetary banking system of every country. It occupy important place in the monitoring or organizing and banking system of every country. Okay, so the commercial banks are starts in 20th century most of the countries. So see the point, fourth one, in most of countries the central bank are opened in 20th century. Bank of England started second half of the 19th century. Bank of England starts central bank second half of 19th century. And in USA, United States of America, so USA started central bank in 1913. Then RBI full form Reserve Bank of India. So in India, central bank started from 1935 1st April. Okay, 1935 1st April. Then and last point, no country in the world without central bank. So each and every country maintain central bank. Okay, because of it is a most powerful economic institution of the country. Then second one, the activities are recorded essential for proper functioning of the government. Then it occupy important place in the monetary banking system of every country. And fourth one, RBI, the most of countries the central bank are opened in 20th century, but Bank of India started second half of 19th century. Then USA starts from 1913, and RBI, Reserve Bank of India, our country starts started the central bank in 1935 first April, and no country in the world without central bank. So no country in the world working without central bank. So this is the central bank meaning. Then definition by Samuelson: every central bank has one function. It operates to control economy. Supply of money and credit also. This is the central bank definition by Samuelson. Okay, this is the meaning and definition of central bank. Okay, is it clear? Then functions of central bank. Mainly the functions of central banking in 15 points. So the first point, functions of central bank. The first point, bank of note issues. So central bank issued notes. Note means currency. So the 4 points are for central banking for issue of notes. Okay, the first point, right notes issued by central bank will bring uniformity. So central bank maintained uniformity at the time of issuing of notes, currency notes. Okay, then second point, it automatically solve the problem of control on credit creation. In case in the country there is any emergency situation, like this situation about virus. Okay, so at this time central bank solve the problem of control on credit creation. This is the second important point for notes issuing. Okay, then third one, it is monopoly over printing issue of notes. This is a monopoly. Monopoly means single operator, single working. Okay, that is called monopoly. Then last one, the political interface in the matter of notes issue can be avoided. So not involved in the notes of issue by RBI, political parties. Okay, so political parties are not involved at the time of notes issue by central bank. So this is the first and primary most important function of central bank or RBI. Sometimes in the semester examination asking functions of RBI or central bank, both are same, because of central bank, no country in the world without central bank. But in our country, it means in India, the central bank is RBI. RBI full form, Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India. So this RBI is a central bank of India. RBI or central bank, whatever it is. Okay, this is the first thing. Then second one, banker, agent, advisor to government. Banker, agent, advisor to the government. So the RBI act as a banker. First one, what is banker? Banker means, yesterday we already discussed about bank. So what is bank? Bank means it is a financial institution. Bank is a financial institution. The institution accepting deposits from the saving of people and advancing loans to who are needed that. Okay, so bank is a central bank is a banker to the government. It means bank can maintain some reserves in the central bank, and also in any emergency situation, in any other situation, the government will take a loan from Reserve Bank of India with rate of interest. Okay, so this is the first thing. Then agent. RBI act as a agent of the government. So RBI is the one of the agent of the government. Okay, so when work as a agent, it means any worldwide conference are there and any worldwide seminars are conducted. That time RBI act as a India's or government, central government agent, okay, and advisor. So central banks given some suggestions and advisors to the government for best work by the government. So the government will be changed every 5 years. Okay, you know already. So some governments know about how to monitoring the cash, how to monitor peoples, but some governments don't know about, new governments don't know about how to maintain cash reserves, how to maintain creation of credits. So that time Reserve Bank of India act as a advisor to the government. Okay, is it clear? So banker, agent, advisor to the government. This is the second point. Okay, then third one, cash reserve ratio management, MGT for management. Okay, cash reserve ratio management. So the commercial bank or RBI functions, it is the most important function. This is also most important function. So cash reserve ratio management about term deposits, saving deposits and current deposits. We already discussed about saving deposit, current deposit, term deposits yesterday. Functions of commercial banks. Okay, so term deposits, saving deposits, current deposits. At the time these three deposits are maintained, so managed by the RBI or central bank. Okay, then fourth one, custodian of foreign exchange reserve of nation. Custodian of foreign exchange reserve of nation. So foreign exchange reserves are kept in central bank, kept in central bank. So this is also one of the important area of central banks. So custodian of foreign exchange. So foreign exchange reserves are kept or maintained by the Reserve Bank of India. Okay. Then fifth one, lender of last resort. Lender of last resort. In this function there is a two main parts. So two main points are there. First one, they get their securities. What is security? We are already learned in the third semester in corporate accounting. Securities means shares. What shares? Shares are two types, equity shares, preference shares, then and another part, debentures. These securities are, they get their securities are bills of exchange. Bills of exchange rediscounted from central bank. Rediscount, and again it means again discount from central bank. Okay, this is the first point of lender of the last resort. And second point, borrow from the central bank against their securities. Borrows means loans given from the central bank against their securities. Securities are shares. So these 2 points are important functions in the central bank. And okay. Then next point, clearing house function for member banks. So Reserve Bank of India is one of the head bank of Indian all banks. Banks means nationalized banks or non-nationalized banks. Each and every bank head office is RBI. So each and every bank work under Reserve Bank of India. So in this function, clearing house function for member banks. So it is one of the clearing house. So in the member banks, any member bank having any problem, the Reserve Bank of India will clearing each and every problem or disputes with customers, bank or bank to bank, each and every problems solved by the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, then controller of credit. So Reserve Bank of India is a controller of credit. So it's control each and every credit transactions for the member of banks, for member banks. So it is one of the important functions. So control the all member banks. So it is a managed or organized each and every member banks. So all banks works under Reserve Bank of India. This is also one of the important area. Collection of data. Reserve Bank of India is collected data from member banks for audited cases. Okay, so creditors reports, debtors reports, balance sheet reports, assets reports, whatever it is. So which data is required to RBI or government, that data collection from the member banks. That data collection from the member banks. So this is also one of the important area. Then ninth one, agriculture credit. So Reserve Bank of India given to the credit means loans. Credit means loans. So Reserve Bank of India given loans to the agriculture farmers or agriculture peoples. So why? Because of in India agriculture is in very poor section. Okay, it is non-developed or developing area. That's why it is agriculture given loans, agriculture taken loans from the Reserve Bank of India with lowest rate of interest compare with industries. Okay, compare with industries, the rate of interest is very low of agriculture in the agriculture labors. Okay, then maintain international relations. So Reserve Bank of India is one of the agent for India. Reserve Bank of India one of the agent for India. That's why Reserve Bank of India maintain international relations by RBI. So in international relations means maintain union. Okay, all commercial banks are maintained some union. The union bank name is World Bank. World Bank is the head of all commercial banks in every country. So in India we are called commercial bank name as Reserve Bank of India. In England we are called commercial bank name Bank of England, and USA Central Bank, and India RBI. So all commercial banks of each and every country, World Bank is the head office. Okay. Then banker, bank and supervisor. So Reserve Bank of India given to the loans of member banks and supervisor. So Reserve Bank of India is one of the supervisor for each and every bank in India. Okay. Then 12th point, control of credit and money supply. So it's maintained control of credit, control of money, control of supply. So these 3 points are controlled by the Reserve Bank of India. In case it's not control these points, so India is going to the very tough situation. In recently we are seeing Venezuela country. Okay, so Venezuela country issuing of notes more than required notes are issuing. That's why inflation will be very increased. Some one water bottle cost in Venezuela 1 lakh rupees. You know, in Venezuela, you search in YouTube. So Venezuela country water bottle cost is 1 lakh rupees, and food cost approximate 20 lakhs. Okay, so that's why in Reserve Bank of India control of credit, money and supply, the 3 things are controlled by the Reserve Bank of India. And then exchange control. So Reserve Bank of India Reserve Bank of India given some points to nationalized banks. So control system exchange to some nationalized banks. That's why nationalized banks are maintained control of credit. So exchange control to nationalized banks by Reserve Bank of India. Then next point, finance stability. So Reserve Bank of India, one of the most important function, that is finance stability. So it maintain finance stability means constant, more than required, not less than required. Okay, less than required. So it is maintain some stability. Then developing of member banks. So Reserve Bank of India, another important function is developing of member banks in the country. So these 15 points are functions of central banks. Okay, just listen carefully. I repeat the key points from starting onwards. Okay, first one, what is central bank? Central bank is one of the most powerful economic institution of country. Powerful economic institution. That is the first thing. Second one, essential for proper function of government. Okay, so the activities are regarded essential for proper functioning of government. This is second point. Then third one, it occupies important place in monetary and banking system of every country. Most of the countries start central bank in 20th century, but Bank of England starts second half of 19th century. Okay, then USA Central Bank starts from 1913 onwards, and Reserve Bank of India Central Bank starts from 1935 April 1st, and no country in the world without central bank. Okay, these 8 points are key points of central banking concept. Okay, then definition given by the Samuelson. Every central bank has one function. It operates to control economy. Then supply of money and credit also. So first thing, economy. Second thing, supply of money. Third one, control. The three things are maintained by central bank, defined by the Samuelson. Then functions of central bank or Reserve Bank of India. The first one, Bank of notes issue. In bank of notes issue, there is a 4 qualification points. First one is, write notes issued by central bank will bring uniformity, maintain uniformity. Then second one, it automatically solve the problem of control on credit creation. Control on credit creation. Then third one, it is monopoly overprinting issue of notes. And then the political interface in the matter of notes issue can be avoided. These 4 points are bank of notes issues. Okay. Then second point, banker, agent, advisor to the government. Banker means accepting deposits and advancing loan to the government as a banker. Agent means in the world other than the India, the Reserve Bank of India act as a agent to the government and given to the some advices to the government. These 3 things are to government. Then cash reserve ratio management. So which management? Management about term deposits, managing the term deposits, saving deposits and current deposits. The 3 deposit, they maintain some cash reserve ratios. Custodian of foreign exchange reserve of nation. About foreign exchange reserves are kept in central banking. Lender of the last resort. They get their security means shares or bill of exchange, okay, rediscounted from central bank, borrow from the central bank against their security. Because of against security taken the loans, borrowings means loans, okay. Then clearing house function for members bank, okay, member banks. So control of credit, Reserve Bank of India control of credit. So collection of data, collection of the data each and every bank in the India, okay. So agriculture credit and given to loans to agriculture persons with lowest rate of interest. Maintain international relations. Reserve Bank of India, one of the member in World Bank. So that's why maintain good relations with other countries' banks. Okay. Then bankers bank supervisor. So it is a bankers bank. So given to the loans or accepting deposits from banks and supervise the member banks. Control of credit and money supply. Control of credit, money supply. These 3 things are controlled by Reserve Bank of India. Exchange control also function of central bank. So some controls are exchanged from RBI to nationalized banks only, okay. Maintain finance stability and developing of member banks. So students, these are the central banking definition, concept and Reserve Bank or central bank functions. Okay. The next topic of credit control measures of Reserve Bank of India. Credit control measures of Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India, how to credit control? So some credit measures are available. So first of all, what is credit control meaning? Okay, RBI is authorized means admin, authorized to use various control measures by both acts. First one is 1934 Act and 1949 Act. These both acts are various control measures by Reserve Bank of India. So it is one of the authorized for credit control measures. That is first thing. Then second one, RBI has the responsibility of credit control operations and ensure economic growth. Responsibility and economic growth. key points. Okay, so RBI has the responsibility to control credit operations and ensure economic growth. Okay, this is the second key point. Then third one, it try to it means RBI try to regulate money supply in accordance with changing requirement of economy. This is the third one. In first point, RBI is one of the authorized. Then second point, responsibility and economic growth. And third point, money supply changing requirement of economy. So this is the meaning of credit control measures of RBI meaning. So what is the methods? The methods are mainly two types. First one is direct or quantitative method. So second one is indirect or qualitative method. So now first we are discussing about the first point of direct or quantitative method. So it means regulate the volume of credit. So in direct method or quantitative method, there is a 4 methods are there. First one is bank rate, second one is cash reserve ratio, third one is statutory liquidity ratio, and fourth one open market operation. These 4 are direct method. Okay, so in bank rate, so first point bank rate. So bank rate also known as discount rate or bank rate, both are in same terms, used in same terms. In before 2015 September, bank rate 8.25%. After 2015 September, RBI decreased the bank rate, that is 7.75. Okay, clear? That is bank rate. So listen carefully, these points are asked in competitive exams also. Okay, that's why listen carefully. Okay, and examination also most important question, credit control measures of RBI. So bank rate, there is 4 main points. First one is provide loans, advances or rediscount of eligible bill of exchange. So RBI given to the loans or provide the loans or advances or rediscounted of eligible bill of exchange. Okay, this is the first thing. And second one, it is affected other market rate of interest. It is affected other market means private market interest rate, because of RBI given the bank rate 7.75. so other banks private, it means private market also maintained nearest this rate. Okay, that's why it is affected other market rate of interest. Then third point, it is cost obtaining finance facility from RBI. Cost obtaining finance facility from RBI. This is the third point of bank rate method. It is reduced bank rate bank rate reduced cost of finance and quantity of finance available. Okay, it is reduced cost of finance and quantity of finance available. This is the first method of direct method. Okay, so bank rate. Second one, CRR. It means cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio. Clear? Cash reserve ratio worked the act as per 1934, Act of 1934. So, as per credit reserve ratio, there is main 4 key points are there. So, first one, cash reserve ratio refers to the minimum amount of cash reserve with scheduled banks are required to maintain with RBI also. Okay, scheduled banks required to maintain with RBI. Okay, that is the first one, minimum amount of cash reserve. Then second one, demand and time liability. Demand and time liability at a certain percentage fixed by RBI. Okay. Then second one is demand and time liability at a certain percentage fixed by Reserve Bank of India. This is the second important. What demand? Demand means about cash reserves, and time liability, duration of cash reserves. Okay, that's why RBI fixed percentage, maintain fixed percentage by RBI. Okay, that is the third point. So second point. Then third one, cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio required maintain cash. Required maintain cash with RBI. Required. Okay. Then fourth one, CRR cannot exceed 15%. Cannot exceed 15% of net demand and time liability. Net demand and time liability. So these four things are cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio. Okay, clear? Then next one, statutory liquidity ratio. Statutory liquidity ratio stands for SLR. Okay, shortcut name SLR. So under section 24 of Banking Regulation Act 1949, so statutory liquidity ratio works under section 24 Banking Regulation Act 1949. So in this statutory liquidity ratio, the first point, empowerment to stipulated the liquidity asset every banking company is required to hold against their demand and time liquidity assets. So statutory liquidity ratios are maintained or required to hold against their demand and liquidity of assets. Okay, that is the first point. Both scheduled and non-scheduled banks, have maintained liquid assets in the form of cash in hand and cash reserves. So both scheduled and non-scheduled banks are maintained liquid assets in the form of cash in hand and cash reserves. Okay, SLR maintain maximum 25%. maximum 25 percentage. This is statutory liquidity ratio. Then fourth one, open market operations. Open market operations. Open market operation works as per section 18 subsection 8 of RBI Act 1934. In this point, in this method, so open market operation means buying and selling government securities, buying and selling government securities, bills, bonds by RBI, bills, bonds by RBI. And second one, open market operations, control of credit has been issued by RBI in very limited, okay, very limited. So it is control of credit has been issued by RBI in very limited. Order to control inflation, sells government securities, it means sale, okay, sale of government securities. These four points are direct or quantitative method of credit control measures of RBI, okay. Then next one, indirect or qualitative method, okay. Next one, indirect or qualitative method, indirect or qualitative measures for credit control, credit control of RBI, okay. So in indirect method, so 6 points are there. First one is margin, okay. Market value of securities, market value of the securities offered for bank loans and actual loans, bank loans and actual loans. So securities offered for bank loan and actual loans, it starts from 1956. Before 1956 there is no margin of market value of the securities. So in this method, margin, okay. Then second point, credit rationing, okay. It means it fixed by commercial bank or RBI, commercial bank or RBI. Banks are not extended loans and advances beyond the limit fixed. It means RBI fixed some maximum amount limit. So in this limit, the banks are given loans to his customers. In case it is extended, the RBI will take action for that bank. So not extended loans beyond the limit fixed, okay. This is the second one. Then moral suasion, okay. It means soft speaking and soft handling of commercial banks by central bank or RBI, central bank or RBI, okay. So moral suasion, it means soft speaking with all banks by central bank and soft handling also, okay. Then fourth one, publicity. So weekly and monthly statements of assets and liability taken from commercial banks. So each and every commercial bank submit their assets and liability. Assets and liability means balance sheet, What is that? Balance sheet weekly and monthly also submitted to the RBI, and also statistical data, price, production, employment. These four things are information given to the RBI. Okay, this is called publicity method. And next one, direct action. Direct action, restriction of banks to open new loans. Restriction or banks to open new loan in case of not following RBI rules, regulations. Okay, so restriction means not allowed of banks to open new branches. New branches in case of any bank not followed RBI rules and regulations. If you want open a new branch, then the bank compulsory followed the RBI rules and regulations. Okay, that is direct action. And sixth one, credit authorized scheme. Credit authorized scheme. So RBI is the one of the authorized person to each and every bank in India. So that's why commercial banks are given to loan his customer more than 1 crore. It's a new loan only. Okay, new loan given his wanted to given his customer more than 1 crore. At that time, compulsory authorization taken from the RBI. In case the not taken RBI authorization, then RBI not recovery of your loan in case of bad debt. Okay, in case of bad debt, RBI not recovery of your loan. So after that, at the time you are not followed RBI rules, so take direct action. So these are the 6 points of indirect or qualitative methods of credit control measures of RBI. So these are okay. Thank you.